When does toxicity become an obsession of we both know that this relationship is over and yet you don't want to leave because you just want to keep me suffering?
First of all, let's start with Aaron this time. How was your week, baby boy?
But mira, it was my 17th-year anniversary
De qué?
Marriage.
marriage.
A lot of people say that the first 2 years of marriage is honeymoon stage. Where was his honeymoon guy? where was the beautiful stage
Aaron
of
said
marriage?
he's still in the honeymoon. Eso dijo él.
Mira, whoever said the first 2 years were honeymoon, stupid. What are you talking about?
That person is a piece of shit.
Okay, the first 2 years, horror.
No.
After that, you learn to accept it.
Mira, reality, first 10 years are going to be tough. The next 5, you're about to break up. So first 10, rough. Next 5, about to separate.
The whole 5 years is just...
If you can make it through all of that, the next 2 years is pretty good.
Dang.
The next 2 years, you're numb. So
See, if you...
You realize que...
don't worry about it. It's 17 years, bro. That's
17
it's an
years is a
accomplishment.
long time, dude. I mean...
That's 16 more than I thought you were gonna.
Mira,
last.
17 years for you of whatever the fuck that you call that, and in those 17 years while you were just doing whatever that is called,
While you were existing.
dude, no, pues que chulada, no, pues congrats if that's anything.
Es que mira, after Aaron said that after the first 10 years, he just merged with his
See,
wife. He became one with his wife. So now they're just.
If you ever see Aaron King and his wife walking in the mall or something, it's just one person. You
Well,
can't tell.
Kind of what I said.
Well, you can't tell them. You just,
A ver, Mr. Needs Therapy, what about your week?
My week was actually a
weekend.
good week. I had a good week. Went to the bar twice in 1 week, bro. Which explains why como se dice, my landlord. You're finding this out right now. I can't pay my rent. Okay, even though I was this close. I only owe $150. This close. Pero pues I
The buzz wasn't there yet, so.
Yeah, so I gotta keep drinking, and then
Buy a ladies a couple
Valió
of
madre.
drinks, ni modo.
Well, two cool things happened this week for me, and I'll go fast because I know I usually go on a rampage.
Right, thank God you figured that
See,
out.
no, yeah, I tried to watch an episode, and I was like, dang, somebody shut that guy up, dude.
Yeah.
Agreed. I was watching, and no, they go watching. I reconnected with an old friend, a great buddy of mine.
Old, like, he's an old person, or?
No, old
Oh.
as in she was my friend about 10, 11 years ago. And a good friend. Not just like not even like a makeup buddy or nothing like that. No, like an actual legit
Not yet.
friend.
No.
We did kiss one time.
Hey,
Pero,
yo.
hey, we reconnected. Not ashamed, but it was delish. It was fine.
I'm good.
I'm good too. Maybe after.
Thank
you. Thank you. Shout out to my sister-in-law and her 17 years of whatever that is.
Of the, yeah.
Of full marriage. But she brought Aaron King, and I want to bring it up a nice little donut. Porque,
I think
pues,
because of their then he has
No, es
17
que-
nuts on that chocolate nut donut. 17
que
nuts.
dice que
Because for
después-
every year that he nutted.
I mean, it's one nut per year. That explains the love of this morning.
Woo! That explains how he's survived 17 years, baby.
Damn,
Every year he waits for that.
dude. No wonder once a year this guy's face has no pimples.
Ah,
Oh, perro, releases all
Limpio.
the hormones, baby. What a whore.
dice que la dona porque anyways, what were you saying?
Con
What
razón
was
se
your
la
story?
una dona glaseada de chocolate. God damn, hey, put your nuts in that
Hey,
donut.
get some of that ASMR on the chewing on that on the donut, on the donut.
No, pues Anyway,
So,
so
friend-
I reconnected with my friend. Yeah, my friend. Shout out to my friend Yvonne. You're the best. We went to go eat and just talk, dude. Like you know when they say, you know how you say, you'll know who your real friends are when you haven't talked to them in
For
years.
sure.
And then you just see them, and it's like not like time didn't pass.
100.
And that's what happened, dude. I haven't seen her in like 11 years, 10 years, and we got together, and I see like this, bro, talking, laughing, reconnecting. I hadn't felt ¿Cómo te puedo decir? I'm not a very
Genuine
emotional
connection.
guy, but yeah, I hadn't felt like a good connection because usually if I go to the bar, a lady starts talking to me or something, sometimes they're like, "So what? Are you single?" And then you're
For
like,
sure.
"Ooh, I just came here for a beer, mama,
Yeah.
or talk. You want to dance, whatever." But I ain't trying to connect with no one. Pues así, so that's why it was so awesome because I was with her, so I could be myself so freely, and it was amazing. Had a little good time. Learned about what she's been doing this whole time, which is insane. So if you haven't talked to one of your good buddies in a while, hit them up. It feels good. Feels great, man. My heart was full with that. What about you, man? How was your week?
The week was good. So I went on a staycation. Staycation is when you do a little vacation in your state.
Right. You don't go out of state. Okay.
We rented a little Airbnb. We went. Had a pool. Kids love the pool.
Oh,
so
pool's amazing.
It was pool time all day.
Was the water cold because it's barely transitioning?
Dude, it was cold. It was cold. It was that where it's cold, you go in, and then after a while of swimming and being, then it becomes cold outside.
I think that's the best part.
Even though it's burning outside, when you're in the pool, you come out, it's cold. You're like a little wind, and you're like, "Ooh, why is it so chilly?"
But it's the best part because especially here in Arizona,
Yeah.
you jump in the water and it's hot sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
you don't like it when the pool's hot.
Nah. And this stage right now where you jump in and it's still cold.
And it's cold where it goes away after a while
that's
of being
the
in
best.
there. So it was awesome. We were there for a couple of days. Awesome time. Kids loved it. Didn't want to leave.
Nah.
Yeah, you already know how they get. As soon as you have to leave a vacation, they're like, "Can we stay?" Doesn't work that way, buddy.
Can we live here?
Yeah. And so my son was recovering from a bender of pool weekend.
Right.
Y pues todo tired. The first day he went super tired to school. So he was like, I was like, how did it go? But then by the second day, we started seeing him a little more cheery, more happy. And the first day, it seemed like it was just because he was tired.
Right. Pretty sure.
But he really likes the school. It's kind of a high school where it's more of technology driven. Right. So they have, programs where it's like, which I wish I would have gone to the school because they have programs where they have like a video game club.
No way.
Imagine. They have what we're doing now, editing with,
right.
Very
movies
and stuff like
useful for nowadays.
Very useful.
This can literally be your job.
Computer programs at the Wahoo, engineering programs. They have that team where they have robots that fight each other. I don't know what that's called.
Oh yeah. I've watched those. I watched those videos on
the competitions
YouTube.
and all that. They have a team like that, like a high school team, instead of like the usual other
instead of your normal football soccer.
Yeah, they focus more on those type of programs. So it's a really cool high school. I really liked it.
It's like a techie.
Yeah, more like a techie. Cause look at they more tech driven.
Nice.
So that was good seeing my son grow up and starting to kind of outgrow his baby
emerge
stage
himself into.
Yeah, it's good seeing him kind of get out of that finally. And then I also shout out to my cousin Adriana. It's her birthday, and she's about to be. I'm not gonna say your age, so that you look like you're.
Chele gana.
Nah, just kidding.
Happy birthday,
but
man.
we also went to
happy birthday, and if you have a celebration, invite me.
If you're gonna happen to be a party,
I have about $300. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I can buy you a gift.
I would love to see you.
I haven't seen you. Wait, we have a cousin named Adriana? I see, bro.
I miss you, Lil. But
screw you guys.
She had a little soiree for her birthday, a little Hawaiian soiree.
Sick, dude.
Muy suave, muy bonito. Loved it. Had a good time. A lot of piña coladas. You already know. I like to drink.
I like a piña colada.
I'm not an everyday drinker. But I'm a social drinker.
You should be.
But I'm a social drinker. When it comes to social drinking, I'll drink.
Let's get in, baby.
I'll drink, bro. You keep passing them to me, I'll keep drinking.
All right, let's go.
So I had a good time hanging out with the cousins. It's good seeing them. Como dices tú, it's, we have a lot of cousins that, even though it feels like we're extremely close.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Because you see them and you're like, oh, dude, like if
I love
you had
this guy.
like if you a day had passed since you've seen them,
dude, yeah.
even though it's been years.
Yeah. Aaron, used to go to his girls' school and sit in class y todo, instead of going to his own goddamn school and sit in his own goddamn class. Sister-in-law, Dish Network, comment in the bottom if this is a lie.
Did Aaron go to your school even though he didn't go there?
Sat there, turned in homework, todo. Almost graduated from a school that he didn't belong in.
That's love. After that, you shouldn't even need to do anything else because you've proven.
Dude.
You've proven.
I'm scared, bro.
Some people would say he's a tóxico. Pero bueno, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. I don't know.
Oh,
we'll leave that.
Man.
I had to go make sure she's being...
Yo!
You sacrificed your diploma, your high school diploma, to make sure she got hers. That's a little toxic.
Have to help her out.
Toxicity
in the city.
No, when I decided to stop going to school, I just woke up one day and said, I'm not going to go to school no more.
Sounds about right.
I quit, pero then I started dating Denise. And then I went to her school.
Nah, fuck
went
that,
into her
dude.
class.
This guy comes out on the yearbook.
It was crazy.
Comes out on the yearbook, bro.
Most likely to succeed on the yearbook, bro.
Favorite Hellcat. Well, what school was it? Bueno, let's not burn them.
Teacher's Pet.
Okay.
No.
Teacher's Pet ganó el Teacher's Pet.
Dicen que that show You on Netflix based on
That's because of the looks too.
See, no, obviously. First of all,
the guy that used to come out on Gossip Girl, pues,
Gossip Girl,
Mr. Gossip Girl himself. De hecho, he was the one who was Gossip Girl the whole time.
No me digas que that was
XOXO.
him. I didn't know that. La otra, no? La rich one.
Yeah.
Nada, que was him. He was Gossip Girl.
Oh,
watched
dude,
the
yeah,
whole
because he
thing.
was trying to be a writer. Okay.
A ver, tell me how when you.
I watched the whole thing, but I can't remember. Yeah. No.
Yeah, my girlfriend is obsessed with Gossip Girl, so I would know.
My
these
daughter's
things.
obsessed right now too with it. I was obsessed with it because, man, let's leave it as it is.
No, go ahead.
Gossip.
No, we have time. Go ahead, tell us.
The actress did. The güerita.
The dudes, dude. Because of the dudes.
Oh, violent. La güerita, pero bueno, let's not get into that.
Blake Lively.
Eh?
A mí me gustaba la otra, bro.
Sí, porque you're sick, bro. Sí, pero a ti te gusta vivir mal.
That girl's toxic as that.
Sí, pues sí, this guy. A mí me gusta la güerita, pero está bien, no sé.
A mí me gustan tóxicas, bro. I like it because that way they beat you down and you always have a reason to keep getting.
Oh,
You know
no
what
me
I
digas que every time you fall down, you're like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah. Because if not, it's too easy. Life is too easy. Life should be
Eso
easy.
sí, eh.
Talking about that, dicen que... You know how people think that people get addicted to casino?
Right.
Because they win sometimes. So
Right.
they're like, oh, I
can
want
win.
that win again.
Yeah.
I want that feeling.
Max win.
But no. People get addicted to casino because of the losing, bro. Because when you lose to an extreme that you're like,
Aguitado.
what am I doing? Yeah, I'm
Sí.
messing up my life. Like, this is messing with my life. It releases hormone. It
Yep.
releases a feeling in your, hormones or whatever that makes you feel a certain way that only losing makes you feel. So then you go back to keep feeling
It's
that.
like the adrenaline.
Es que, bro, there's only one way to go when you're down. When you're at the bottom. Up, baby.
Oh.
Dang, that guy said more down.
Sí, but you.
How down is that guy that did? There's no other way.
This
you
guy-
can only
yeah.
go more down.
You hit the bottom. You hit it. You're there, Papa. This guy said, you got to dig in there, my boy.
You gotta find a
There's
way.
more to go.
You gotta find a way. And if you can't find a way, somebody will come and help you. No, that's psychology 101.
Psychology,
baby.
baby. No, es que it's insane, dude. No, it really is insane how the level of when you're down and you're supposed to be just trying to get yourself back up and go in this circle of life where you're up one day and you can be down the next.
You know what I think it is too? O sea, te da right? You get those chemicals of that,
Yeah.
of going down.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's easier to go down.
Oh, that's what it is,
Right?
That's
So
what it is.
it's like everything else, but it's like when you quit something and you feel that relief that, I don't have to worry about that anymore because now I quit, who cares? Entonces, it's immediate satisfaction that you can get with just a quick little, instead of going up, that's hard work, takes time, takes dedication, but it's worth it at the end. Obviously, you're going to be like, yes, finally. Pero, because it's easier.
You start
it's
remembering that feeling of relief.
easy access to just, como dice Larry, but it's easy access. Just go to the casino, lose, and yeah, you get that feeling. So,
Go home.
damn, that's sad as hell, bro.
Super sad. If you have problems with the casino, there's lines to help you.
Yeah. I watched ATL. I don't know if you guys remember ATL, the movie.
Con T.I.
Yeah. I watched it. I'm not usually into, ¿cómo se puede decir? Like old school, like.
Sí, pues like you wouldn't watch NWA or la del Tupac.
NWA,
porque
Tupac.
es que I was telling my kids that like if you grew up like in Chicago or stuff like that, you can relate.
right. If you grow up with the culture,
you can
I think
relate.
that's what it is more than everything. I didn't really grow up with that culture because I didn't really listen to Tupac.
Because we'll watch Grind every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I can watch Bam's shows, Jackass, because that's the culture we grew up in. Pero yeah, no, for sure I get
Yeah,
because that movie is great.
Even
bro.
8 Mile. Okay, I'm an Eminem fan thanks to you guys because you guys listen to Eminem.
No, we love Eminem for sure.
Entonces, even that movie I wasn't too into it.
Correct.
Because that wasn't my style. That wasn't my culture. That wasn't my style.
Not even Hustle and Flow?
Oh, I love Hustle and Flow.
But Hustle and Flow, that's a whole other thing. But I was watching ATL, and dude, you know what I love? When they do the skating stuff?
Yeah.
Rollerblading?
Yeah.
So smooth, so beast. I'm like,
no, yeah.
I love it.
Let me ask you went on Amazon immediately on Amazon ordering your
Yeah,
your
my
skates.
rollerblades.
But I'm going to need about 2 weeks to remember how to do that. Can we go in there with our skateboards?
No, it's just going to be falling the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I did all right. I went to ice skate, and I was like, I remember how to rollerblade. Just do the same thing. I did very well, actually.
But yeah, I was thinking about that. That girl in that relation. I don't know if you remember the girl with the dimples. Because she's a little thickums.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking like it's crazy how nowadays you have to be like we're back to being bone skinny.
Correct.
Because that was a thing back in the 90s where it was like back in the 90s, early 2000s where it was like bone skinny. The girls had to be bone skinny.
Well, that was not considered beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. Even though you look at them, you're like, bro,
they're like,
get some food.
I would like a little bit more meat on that. Please.
And in that movie, they put her a little more thickums.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this.
Oh yeah, no, it hit hard.
And then that relationship, and you know,
bro,
it's que el T.I. killed it, dude. T.I.
That was a good movie, dude. I like that movie.
But who decides what's good, bad, and good?
Yeah, dude.
Pretty and because if you ask any guy, I think we would all say thicker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So who's saying skinnier is better?
Es que es,
The gay guys and
I
the
think
girls?
what we do as people, I think what we do as people is accept things for what they are. So like before, runway models, everyone was like, no, but they have to be skinny. And luego they would put somebody thicker, be like, dude, that's not for runway models. Like, get out of there. What are you doing? You know. Pero if we all decided like, nah, dude, this is what I like, and I'm gonna go for it. And hey, look at this, it's beautiful. Nah, guys, that's not beautiful for me. We could probably change, but we can't porque it's like a marketing strategy for people.
It's because it's taken too literal, as you can say, because runway models are kind of to represent. What are they called when you go to the store and there's mannequins?
Mannequins.
They're kind of the representation of a moving mannequin, right? Because at the store, why you have mannequins? They're always skinny. Why? To make the clothes look good, to make the clothes appealing to the eye.
Because, to get it at its best. Like this. I remember when I was in high school. There was this guy, a dude que estaba buff, right? He played basketball y todo, and he used to tell me like, dude, I like the way the clothes looks on you. Why? And I'll be like, dude, pero technically that guy had muscles and stuff, so that guy's way better looking than me, just if you look at us. But why? Because on the rap videos, como salía el T.I. ellos, the shirts les quedaba grande, so it looked cool. Because I was so skinny, it looked like that on me. So, and on him, obviously, he'd throw on an extra large, but he was big, so it would still make him look. It's como dices, it's just that representation of how we see things and
fashion,
how they throw it at
celebrities. That's all it is, bro. Porque I think, for example, with fashion, where you go into looking at some of the younger gens and you go, that looks ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But then slowly but surely, you start getting convinced, like, maybe that doesn't look as ridiculous as I thought it did. And then you go, I want to get myself a pants. You know what I mean? Because it was like, we went from big clothes to skinny clothes. Yeah. Right? Because it was like, everybody was wearing shorts that looked like pants that looked like parachutes, or whatever they're called. And people started wearing skinnier jeans, more fitted. Yeah. Even with suits and everything. Yeah, es que los suits antes, they would wear them like all baggy and square. Yeah. And then they started wearing more fitted.
Remember when we were little, we had to fix our hombreras.
Shoulder pads. And then finally we got convinced. And it was like, no, you know what? Skinnier is better. So it's like slowly but surely, fashion, celebrities, through everything, the world.
Beautiful people wearing them.
Yeah, you see somebody beautiful wearing it, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to look like that. Yeah. Hey, if I wear it like that, I'm going to look like Brad Pitt. Oh, and then you put it on, and...
Yeah, because I have this is horrible, but fuck it. We have our one of our best pals, almost a brother, nomás porque we don't share the same blood. Ray, no, he's a barber. And he's told me stories of how people come to get haircuts. Or they're like, hey, dude, give me this cut. And it's Brad Pitt. He's like, bro, come on, guy.
I mean,
you're looking like Chango Leon. And put a picture of Chango Leon right here. That's what you look like. How are you? How am I going to make you? Come on,
guys.
Hey, vienes con tu pelo. Let's be honest.
Looking like a porcupine, please.
O sea, pareces que you just came from casting from Apocalipto. Okay? You just came from there. And you're showing him a picture of Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Come on, Papa.
At his finest, too.
Sí,
Viene con el pelo, no. Viene con a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Y quiere el Brad Pitt hair que está flowy así, long and like. Hey, guy, Brad Pitt is blonde.
Hey, no.
Your hair is the color of poop. And that's not the way it works, guy.
Yeah, no, o sea, if you just came from filming Apocalipto, show up with the picture of George Lopez, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stop it, guy. Pero today's topic, toxicity, baby. Toxicity. Dang.
Hosts that are toxic.
Dude.
Can we think of anybody? You think?
I know a couple of hosts que be sending some crazy messages.
Yeah.
And we'll put them right now. Yeah, dude, toxicity, toxic people.
Toxicity.
Toxic people, toxic relationships, toxic.
La tóxica o el tóxico.
Shit. This is my thing, dude. Why have they made being toxic like a thing?
It's cool, dude.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's
Yes,
popular
kid.
right now. It's
It's
trending.
popping, dude.
It's fashion.
Because,
You wear like a hat. You wear them.
dude, because
Like a pair of socks,
no, ya ves en las trocas,
Yeah.
tóxica.
Yeah. La tóxica.
La tóxica.
But, bro, that song del Grupo Firme,
No
de que
way.
el tóxico va a ser el
Oh,
tóxico.
that's true. They did that
Bro,
song.
girls love a
Oh,
tóxico,
they
bro.
love
They love tóxicos.
That's
love
super
it.
scary, bro.
Love it, dude. Love it, dude.
¿Será porque un tóxico gives them attention?
100%.
Damn,
100%. Because if there's anything a woman likes, is for a man to be jealous, angry, crazy eyes, abusive looking. Where were you? Where were you talking to that guy?
Oh, imagine
And the girl say,
First of all, imagine asking someone,
Yo.
why? Why are you doing?
Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, because they give them drama.
No me digas que como going to the casino, it releases these hormones on these women about a toxic guy just being on them all the time. Dude.
Hey, and ending, game over yourself. Toxic trade, baby.
Dude.
That's a toxic trade. I've seen that.
I think it's the ultimate toxic.
Right, I've seen that, dude.
Stop it,
The
dude.
ultimate tools of a toxic. What are tools of a toxic person? Let's say
Tools.
Not even it has to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just a person.
What kind of tools as an individual bring you to be toxic? I think a couple of tools. Mira, number one.
a hammer?
¿Cómo se dice?
Dildo.
A chemist tool set. No, number one. One tool or one characteristic is they're always pointing things out that they do.
No.
That they do for you. Not only that they do for you.
Making sure you're aware.
Yeah, but did you notice how oh, damn, babe, I went to the gym. Yeah, but did you notice how I put that towel? They're like, yeah, thank you. But you know what? Yeah, but, I folded it. You're like, okay, I'm about to tell you how I almost died going to the gym. And you're just worried about if I notice that you put the little towel that goes in my gym bag.
That I could have gotten easily. Just gone like this.
Somebody said, I didn't ask you to do that, Somebody said that, pero bueno, that's different.
That sounds like you.
Sounds like personal problems.
Yeah.
That's one tool.
Yeah.
Making sure they let you know what they do.
Right. Kind of, ¿cómo se dice? Not glorifying, pero... O sea, giving themselves points.
Too much
for,
credit, yeah.
Giving themselves credit.
Porque you'll give someone credit as you're
100.
thankful. But sometimes you don't notice it right away. Like,
Right.
oh, shit, babe, you know what I just noticed? This whole week,
That
you got
always-
dinner.
yeah.
You got dinner for us. Damn, thanks, babe. You know what? Don't get nothing. Don't do nothing this Saturday. We're going to go eat some dinner, my love. Pero on Monday, after 2 years of marriage, on Monday, for the second time in their life, they decide to make you an egg. Ooh. No, pues te cociné en la mañana y no me quieres comprar una pizza en la tarde. O sea, when you know you don't need no more pizza. No?
Yeah. Toxicity. Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Okay. Another one that I've noticed is they go like into an emotion, like using their emotions to get a reaction from you. Like, I feel like a toxic person is always like, yeah, but you don't ever, you know? And you're like, now you're starting to feel that guilt. Again, which is the same thing that they're looking for when they're trying to point things at.
So you're always trying to get a reaction from you. Whatever way possible. Whatever way possible, pretty much.
Yeah, because...
Whether it's being sad, screaming.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Talking, usually also they say things like, well, it's because my dad used to do this to my mom, so I feel something.
Hey, yo.
Hey, it's not my fault your dad
Sounds like
was
there's
crazy.
problems.
And none of this is, it's in theory.
Yeah,
it's a theory. It's a theory.
Yeah.
Some of you out there right now thinking like, hey, what are you talking about me? Nah, dude. I don't know you, guy. I don't know you.
Perdónanos.
This is just in theory. Number 3, and I think this is...
Go down your list, guys. Go down your list and check if you have these. I already know both of those you have them, so don't even try to pretend.
And don't start with, because this is also toxic, guys. Don't start with, why my husband? No.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Yeah, dude, that's true.
And that's toxic, right?
You have that one? Oh, you also have that one.
Babe. Ahorita, some of you, guys, don't let me like, comment. Babe.
Te dije que
Así.
Te dije que eras un tóxico.
Así,
Hablando de tóxico. No.
Toxicity.
Hablando de toxicity.
Pero one of these big ones, dude, that I see a lot is when they, ¿cómo lo puedo poner in words?
¿Cómo se dice?
When that one person uses physical or even emotional, pero excuse of love. Por ejemplo, well, babe, there's gonna be, okay, fine, just because I love you, I'll go. Right? They start
holding you accountable for, that they're doing it for you. So now you owe them one.
Yeah.
You owe me one.
Ándale. Oh, dang, you owe me one is crazy, dude. Porque at the end of the day, you always fall into saying,
breathe, guy.
Dude, is it just, I think...
go back and zoom in on that guy breathing.
It's because, guy, I only have 70% lung functional.
Bro, by the 100th episode, vamos a tener un tanquecito ahí con aire, porque, Jesus, you'll just go like this.
And then go back quick between conversations. It's because I only have 70%. Is there a nurse or a doctor? Am I supposed to have something? They're telling me that I only have 70%. Of my
brain activity. Oh.
No, my lungs working. Am I supposed to have like a little tank or something? 70%. So 30% not working. That's a lot. Dude.
Yeah, I heard that's kind of the level the females have, no?
Hey, yo!
Mujeres tienen 70% breathing.
Their brain? We're still talking about the lungs.
Oh.
Okay. My bad.
Toxic. Toxic!
Okay, so we know those are some tools.
Yeah.
Anything that you can think that I might have missed there?
I mean... Guy, you know what I mean?
Como le decían en los cartoons.
Yeah, dude, Santa Claus with a bag of goodies of just toxicity. Papa.
I'm super scared right now of this episode.
Yeah, man, porque no, es que no, o sea...
Bueno, don't forget to mention, this is for guys and girls.
No, this is for guys, girls.
Even for me right now, I'm about to realize, was I being a toxic?
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna make sure you know. I'm gonna let everybody know you were a toxic. You are a toxic. I think one of the major ones, the ¿cómo se dice? Not overprotective, pero ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? El cuando
hover. They're hovering.
Yeah, they're like suffocating. You know what I mean? Yeah, the controlling aspect of wanting to know everything you're doing, who you're talking with, where you're going. That's a major one.
Since when do you like?
Why were you viewing their Instagram? Nah. Why were you on their Facebook page?
That's a little real.
Why did you comment?
Why did you send them the emoji of the little guy hugging the heart?
Why did you say, let me know?
A la madre. Well, hey, don't be toxic, people. Don't be toxic, dudes. Remember, toxic is it's a chemical waste, okay, that we don't want. It's harmful, dude. But look at me. I saw that somebody said that a toxic person is a person that consciously, okay, so consciously, no lo hacen by act. Don't be like, I didn't even realize I was being toxic. Nah, consciously is doing things to bring harm to another person they care about.
How many times do you think a toxic person does it knowing but says, I didn't know I was doing that?
Oof.
Every single time? Or?
Dude. I want to say 100 out of 100 because I've heard that before. When, I was out with some friends. It was a while back, so I'm pretty sure no one's going to put it together.
Okay, just say it.
I was out with some friends.
Yeah. I know who it is.
Ain't gonna die. I was out with some friends, dude.
Okay,
shit. I gotta make sure that you know.
Where were you though? Were you with friends or no?
I was out with friends.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's insane. And fíjate, we were out eating, and we were eating tacos. Okay. Entonces we all sat down. Todo. I always go grab my aguacate, todo right, because I do a whole spiel to eat my tacos. And I know that my girl at the time, all she had was avocado. That's all she would put on her tacos.
Oh, okay.
So I brought the things and I was like, oh, this one for you. Dude, I was already there. Entonces the other girl was like, you see? Pero no, you can't even, no, it's fine. And then I was just like, okay, dude. So now you're using, I didn't do it out of love or nothing. So it was just like do you only grab, there's no point of you even, I'm already there. Now, would it be better it would have been nice if my girl had gotten me all my stuff y aquí está tus cosas? Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah. Pero whatever, no soy...
Not expected.
Yeah,
you don't
not
have
expected.
to.
You don't have to, yeah. Pues, my guy here says, dude, it's because when he gets his tacos, he comes up to the salsera and prepares them. He's like, I don't do it like Jay. I was like, we can go together ahorita. Que, dude, they got their tacos, they went together. No, pues the whole time the girl.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like this. That's toxic. That's super toxic because you're using somebody else. And it's not even a nice
That's
gesture.
the silent killer, they call that one.
No.
The silent toxification. Yeah, sniper.
Damn, sniper.
20 meters.
You know what I think también es uno de los traits de un toxic
Yeah.
que they think they know. They think they're smarter than the other people.
Ooh, that one's rough, man.
So because they think they're smarter, they do that, pues they want to point out things.
My girlfriend right now is gonna be like, I told you. She always tells me, it's because you think you're smart.
If somebody else tells you think you're smarter, it's different than you think you're smarter.
Right, no, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true because I've been there. And because I've been there like this. Oh, Jay, this and that, no? And I'm like, wait, are you telling me or are you asking me? Because, no, I'm telling you.
It's
okay,
different,
done.
yeah.
And I accept it. But I've told some people like, hey, bro, this and that. Oh, I don't know, bro. Nah. What the fuck? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this and that. I know that. Oh, I wouldn't know. What? Because that person thinks they're smarter than me. They wouldn't consider that's talk. That's
Dude,
a good
and right now when you were talking about that one, because it reminded me when we were at my cousin's birthday party and my girlfriend's going to get mad at me.
Wait, you're my cousin,
Yeah.
which is also your cousin.
Uh-huh.
Had a birthday party?
Yeah, I don't remember when. I don't remember.
Was this when I used to live in Mexico?
No, it must have been like last year or something.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
See, because I'm sure I would have gotten invited.
This was when you were.
Screw you guys!
This was when you were out of town or something.
I must have been. Was this when I was in prison? Because must have been a reason why I couldn't.
You weren't born here. You weren't born here. I was talking with the guys, and they were all because she opened her presents.
Oh, nice.
And I asked my cousin-in-law. Is that what you call him? I don't know what you call him.
Your cousin's husband?
Yeah, my cousin's husband. And Checo, shout out to you, my boy.
Shout out to my boy Checo. Keep growing.
Well, that's right. And I was talking to him, y le dije que, how did you pick butter?
Oh, it was his gift?
Butter perfumes, his gift to her. And so I asked him, I was like, oh, did you just pick those? Like, did you know that she liked those? Or did she pick them out? Or was she the one who, kind of told you?
No.
And he's like,
nah.
she told me.
Nah.
Yeah, because he was like,
I officially quit this podcast.
Because he was like, I can never get anything.
No.
Like, if she doesn't tell me, and then my other cousin, Eliud, shout out to Eliud.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah, same, dude. I rather they tell me what they want.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree to a certain extent porque, and this is where my comment of toxicity was about to come through. Because I was like, yeah, no, but it's hard. Like, for me, for my girlfriend, it's hard to buy her something because I don't know hardcore what she's really into.
Right.
I know she's into sewing, things like that, but I don't know anything about sewing.
And
I wouldn't know
for
what
the
to
next
get her.
10 years, what I'm going to be gifting her sewing things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Entonces, I know that I've never bought a girl clothes, so I would never.
Right. No, that's insane. I'd
the
rather
only-
do a gift card.
The only thing I ever bought her was a merch T-shirt from Bad Friends. She likes that podcast.
Oh, no. She has merch from... She doesn't deserve that. Bobby Lee is way too much.
I have this Life Rips one.
Oh, yeah.
We like merch from the podcast.
Oh, the
Entonces, and I said the comment too. I was like, yeah, me too. I need her help porque I also can't just go and buy her something because
Right.
she probably won't like it because they're kind of picky like that.
Unfortunately.
And my girlfriend said, well, I'm the only one you couldn't do that for because your other girlfriends you were able to. Apparently, you were the best gift giver for the other girlfriends.
Oh, my God. The toxicity in our city. In our city. Dude.
And I was like,
Dude. Damn. No, pues.
o sea, even
El
though
agüitado.
I got her. I'm
Mira.
not gonna go through the list of gifts
Right.
that I've given her, but let's just say she had about 4 to 5 items that I had gifted her literally that night with her.
With her, on her.
On her. 5 to 6 gifts that I had given her. She had them on her
Yeah.
at that moment. And I was like,
Well, I'll say it.
but yet somehow wrong.
Well, I'll say it because
Wrong.
it brought up a memory of when she was here at the studio with us. And I think you made a comment or something about a gift. And she said, well, I don't even like that stuff. I didn't even ask for that.
Yeah.
Entonces, those little hints, girls, okay, and guys, because I know some guys that act like that.
100%.
I know a couple of you. Maybe you don't realize that you do this, and that's what being toxic is about.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you realize that you say things like that, like, well, you know, I don't even wear necklaces.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Well, I never asked for this.
I gifted it to you, dude.
Yeah.
That's what a gift is.
I understand.
Okay, when you pick the shit I'm gonna give you, there's no back story to it. It's just something that you wanted to buy that you couldn't buy with your own money, so I bought it for you.
Yeah.
And it loses its touch. But if I come through with some biker boots, with maybe a little more darker than the usual your style, maybe I'm saying like, hey babe, you know, I want to see you in this. Hey, come on, dude.
And I think, dude, for me, it's just the sentimental value behind it. That I have a couple of gifts from
Right.
even my girlfriend right now, friends and stuff like that I don't like.
Really
You know what
wear.
I mean? I don't really see myself wearing all the time, but
Right.
I still keep it and I say thank you. And
Oh, yeah.
And I don't say, ugh, you know, this is
Yeah.
what you're gonna give me. Like this I don't even like this kind of
Correct.
stuff. No, I just say, oh, thanks. And yes, I put it away. And yeah, I'm not gonna be wearing it or anything like that.
Right.
But I have it there because they gave it to me. Man.
Like you said, it gains that sentimental value.
Yeah, dude.
And especially because you're like, this is you. You gifted me something
Yeah.
that it's you.
This is from
I
you,
take it.
so I accept it as a gift from you,
awesome.
and that's what matters to me about this gift is that it came from you. That's it.
So could we say, based off of that information, that there is a certain level of toxicity in, like I said, girls and guys?
Yeah.
I'll say in a relationship.
In a relationship.
When it comes even down to that, to a simple gift.
Yeah, porque
That's where it comes with, like you said, where they're trying to control.
because
the-
what would be the reason for that? Is my question.
Right, because let's
Like,
get into this.
yeah, let's think about it.
What is a gift?
Yeah,
A gift is a way of me showing you some type of appreciation.
100%.
And I might not know you to the dot, my guy. And just because I saw you wear a sundress or because I saw you wear a Hawaiian shirt, guys, for 3 weekends in a row, doesn't mean that you're into Hawaiian shirts. It just means that it just so happens to be that way.
Yep.
Entonces, if I decide, you know what, I was at the zoo, right, Phoenix Zoo or whatever. I went to the San Diego Zoo, pretty cool. And I was like, you know what, my boy's birthday's coming up. Let me get him a merch from here, from the zoo.
Right.
Bro, really? A shirt from this? guy, I was super happy out there having a blastity blast. I thought about you.
Exactly.
And I brought you a little something, my guy.
I thought about you. That's what counts.
Oh, damn. That's what a gift should be.
You count?
Dude, in your vacay,
you cared enough about me to bring me this? I appreciate
this.
Man.
Is it this one? No, it broke. I had a little necklace thing. Some good friend of mine, Edwin. Shout out to my boy Edwin and his wife, Angie. Dude, they were out somewhere in Mexico or something, and they brought me back a little one of these little beads that I like to wear.
Ain't no beads.
this dual purpose beads.
Ain't no beads to go.
Yeah,
on the go.
On the go. And that explains the smell.
Pre-owned.
Yeah. Oh. Shout out to you guys. I've been wanting to shout out my boy Edwin. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna text you, my boy. Keep your phone on vibrate, book. What I'm gonna text you is gonna be wild stuff. Anywho, they brought me one, dude, and I was like, no freaking wait. I thought the same thing.
Yep.
Wait, dude, you were out on your freaking vacation and you thought about bringing me a little something? That's wild.
It's crazy.
Super excited about it.
It's crazy because it's not something, oh, I brought you this gold. Mm-hmm. Obviously, no. I bought you this cologne that cost me $50, $60.
And Maz, I would,
sunglasses.
If you came to me, obviously when you're rich people, pues you live a different lifestyle. Pero right now, our social standards, which is poor, you come to me with a $200, $300 gift, I'm not even happy. I feel compromised.
Right.
Now I'm stressing because your birthday's coming up.
Yeah,
I don't have $200, $300 to gift. And my gifts are usually $40, $50.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be like, fuck, dude. How am I going to get... Because, dude, it's a gift, como dices tú, should be something that represents you and it has a sentimental value to it. Obviously, if you're going to like a quinceañera, pues then you want that quinceañera to have perfumes, maybe some cash money. That's different. Pero when it's like your boys' little gathering at the house, we're all going to see each other at Texas Roadhouse. My daughter's graduation, we try to do something like my mom gifted her a little picture so we can have it at our house. And dude, all that is worth way more than $300-$400.
Te voy a decir algo. A couple of Christmases ago, I don't remember when, but a couple of Christmases ago, our newly sister-in-law, Samia. Shout out Samia.
Shout out to Samia. Samia.
Keep forgetting now that I have all these sister-in-laws.
Stop it.
Gifted me a pair of socks. Because she gifted all of them.
Right, yeah, I got my pair, which were pretty cool.
Carlos,
I still have some of them, actually.
And they were like these socks with like breakfast stuff, I think, on there, like sandwiches and stuff like that, which is crazy. And it's not something that I see myself buying for myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think she ever saw me with socks like that. She was like, oh, these... No, she just saw a pair of socks, maybe on sale or whatever, maybe not, and said, oh, but I'm going to get... That's a little gift.
Funny.
Dude, I opened it and I was like, I never get gifts. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, I get gifts from my girlfriend, but not like from random, sister-in-laws and things like that. So I was like, oh, wow, nice. And I still wear them to this day. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's things like that even though I don't think she was like, oh, these are going to be perfect for this guy.
Right.
Because I know that he
loves socks.
Goofy socks like that. No, she probably just like, oh, it might be something.
And I like it porque I see her and my brother, and they're like sometimes they'll be wearing some crazy socks and stuff, and I'm like, I like it that you brought a part of you towards my life. Yeah, same thing with me. At first I was like, no freaking way. But like you said, you gave me a gift. I don't even care what I'm about to open. You're just giving me a gift. That's sick. And then when I saw the socks, I was like, crazy ass socks. I put them in my drawer. And then I remember there was like this whole thing about wearing crazy socks. And I was like, guess who has crazy socks? This guy.
Yep.
And then I just started wearing them. I just started wearing the socks all the time. Pero it's like you said, it's bringing that specific, ¿cómo se dice? Feeling into it, but it becomes something more than the value of the thing itself. It just becomes something cool. And I feel that from her, from that gift, which was, it was them. Or maybe they think we're just goofy and we were like that. I don't know, but I liked it. When I opened it, I was like, crazy socks. I love it. Let's go. But I'd rather open that than a tie or something that I don't even like. I mean, I would have liked a cool tie also, something goofy as hell. But I've happened where they're like, oh, because you like this. And I'm like, ooh, no, dude.
Right.
I don't like those. Like, you were thinking about me too hard, and I don't like stuff like that. But obviously, you never say. You just are thankful and enjoy it. And you put that sentimental value behind it. And it makes it amazing. That's great, dude.
But yeah, that's crazy how, fíjate, something as simple as a gift, which you would think, how is that going to be
supposed
toxic?
to be joyful.
Can be used as a toxic weapon of mass destruction.
Y es como decían ahí, pues que you know that your comment, is gonna make me feel some kind of way. You know that. Come on, guys, we're all adults. I think it's very rare. And you would know, por ejemplo, my daughter Isabel. I know her, and she is kind of like my brother Aaron. A little bit distracted, a little bit unfocused, and sometimes they might say something and later be like, oh, I should have probably not said that. Pero they recognize that, pero later. Entonces, when that happens, I'm like, no, that's my daughter is kind of like that, a little distracted, so she'll say something sometimes and not realizing that it could hurt someone, and then later be like, wait, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pero the majority of you, especially women que, hey, self-awareness,
Yeah.
you guys have that. Some of us guys are a little on the dumb side. Ni modo, it is what it is, guys. So credit to you, girls. Pero with that said, now, don't abuse your power.
Yeah.
Don't abuse it, and don't. Like I said earlier, I don't think toxicity becomes accidentally. I don't think you're a toxica by accident. I think you choose and you realize you're getting toxic, guys too. Again, I don't want this to be taken out of context, guys. I've seen some guys que, well, yeah, but it's because my girl was trying to go out with her friends. Bro, relax,
Can't have friends, guy.
Yeah, well, they came over yesterday. Like, why do you have to go again today? Like, bro, hey, relax. 365 days.
Yeah.
Okay, 360 motherfucking 5 days, bro.
Have you ever had indirect toxicity or no?
Oh, indirect toxicity?
Indirect toxicity, bro. Because toxicity in a friendship, no?
Oh.
Where I thought the person was my friend. I didn't think we were best pals.
Right. Not pals, but definitely
Buster
friends.
and Arthur. You know what I'm talking about? But I thought we were buddies.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's one of those friendships where the toxicity is slowly being poured into you. Por ejemplo, they make comments like, oh, look at that girl over there. Or, trying to make you look at other girls. Y le go, dang, bro, your girl está medio...
Yeah.
Like,
See, when they're like, hey, bro, you're hanging out with them, right? You're already hanging out with them. Hey, bro, tomorrow we're going to go shooting, because that's coming here. We're going to go shooting at the desert tomorrow. Yeah, you trying to roll or what? Nah, bro, I'm good. 2 a.m. You've been with this person since 6 p.m. You guys went and grabbed lunch, went to whatever, the bar, whatever. Applebee's drinking, Texas Roadhouse, whatever. You've been drinking with them, hanging out the whole time. Damn, bro, nah, it's because I have shit to do tomorrow, bro. Bro, come on, tell your girl to bro, relax. I said, that's toxic, dude. Like, we don't have to hang out the whole time, dude. You're making my friendship toxic, dude. And you're making me not want to talk to you, but like,
yes, sir.
Indirect,
bro, porque this guy, muchos comentarios así, de que como trying to, ¿cómo se puede decir? I'm trying to say like trying to break my relationship apart, pero not like trying to break my relationship apart, pero kind of trying to create,
stir the pot.
Stir it up a little bit, create a little bit of a problem por ahí. Y at the beginning, I didn't really notice it because I'm a very not distracted person, but I'm a person who doesn't really care about those things because my thing is I'm trusting the relationship.
Correct.
So I'm not thinking that something's gonna come in between because why would it? When
and
the relationship is supposed to be strong.
And also because it's something that you don't do.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like,
so you don't expect no one to
that
do
ain't
it.
Gonna happen. And I remember hearing comments like, oh, es que este vato, you know what I mean?
Nah,
and I was like, okay, it's getting a little suspicious. It's getting a little sussy right now.
Why like this?
That comment was a little bit out of pocket, como dicen por ahí.
Well, what are you trying to get to, that guy?
Y finally, later on, estamos hablando de years ya, ¿no? De being in this situation, I found out de que talking, fíjate, we went to his house because we were, I don't know how or I don't know why, but we went to his house. I was already drunk.
Yeah.
Cuando no. Y I was talking to my other friend ahí, todo aguitado, because I was like, I don't know what's going on. My relationship está valiendo gorro, no? See?
Yeah.
I knew it. Even though it wasn't like,
it wasn't
in the surface,
full fighting, but
I knew something was going on. And I think I went to the restroom or something like that. As I was walking by, I heard my girlfriend and that guy talking.
Yeah.
Y pues, toxic, no? Had to listen to what's going on.
Sometimes you gotta get a little toxic.
Sometimes the Hulk comes out a little bit. El Tóxico Hulk. Hulksic. Y pues puse a escuchar. Y, no, es que este vato, I don't think you should be with him. He's a little...
Bro,
he's this and that. Y pues, no, I don't think
that's a toxic friend too. Dang.
Toxic friend and both, no? And it's because it was her friend too. It was her friend, de hecho.
Right.
It was only my friend because of that girl that I was dating at that moment.
In Mexico, in Monterrey, they call that el chapulín. Un chapulinazo, bro.
Y come to find out que his friend, I think, family friend, I don't know what it was trying to date that current girlfriend at that moment.
Yeah.
Which they did end up together. I mean, hopefully they're happy and everything went good for them.
Hopefully you guys are doing good, but still, you know.
Pero entonces that's why that toxicity was happening. That's why it was coming through, because it was a plan to separate us.
There was a thing there.
Y that was indirect toxicity that I didn't even know it was going on. That I thought it was a friend because he acted really cool with me. So I thought we were like, oh, okay, we're
vibing. Chill.
Yeah, we weren't like, we weren't best friends. I knew that from the beginning. And I wasn't trying to be his best friend either. But I thought, oh, we're on the same page. We hang out a lot.
Yeah, there's no need. Yeah, because you're like, why would you feel the need to bad talk me? Like, there's no need.
Because it's those friends that are always trying to like get you to do things so that they can stab you in the back later.
Oh, 100%.
It's because this guy, he was trying to go this place. He was trying to do that. He was talking... Dude, this guy was talking to those girls. And you're like, bro, what the hell are you talking about?
You said, come on.
Yeah.
I just went with you and you started talking to them. Like, it's toxic. Is that a toxic person que, según ellos, are like, nah, I was just looking out for you. Nah, dude, you were being toxic. No, it's because she's my friend and she was asking me what I think about this.
Oh, that's the classic. That's the classic. No, it's because she's my friend. And I just wanted to tell the truth.
Why does that piss me off so much?
You know, first of all, she didn't ask you, dude. You know she didn't ask you. Guess what you did? You said words. So, does he like... Do you know, like, does he like to make friends with girls? Or,
oh, my
God. Does he always, like, buy drinks for other girls? Or is that not normal? Or?
Are you guys like in a...
Yeah. Open to...
Are you guys cool like that? Like, what do you mean? Like when...
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like...
Oh, hey, cálmate. Cálmate.
Así empieza. Entonces, what do you mean?
Sí, no, pero ya sabes.
Here it comes, baby.
Because they know, como their narcissist side comes out, because a toxic person is a combination of all this narcissism, bull. They get creative with their shit. That's what pisses me off, I think, more. It's like, dude, all that time you invested on that, do something else, guy.
Yeah.
Dude, you can be such a great person, dude. You don't have to be this ego. Porque, it's, most of the time, they're not even friends anymore.
Yeah.
Most of the time, when you grow up, and because it all starts at a young age when you don't realize. No, it's okay. I think that you do realize that you're being toxic.
Yeah.
You do.
100%.
Don't come at me, okay? I didn't even know I was being toxic. I didn't know that was toxic. I was just looking out for my friend. Porque, ¿qué pasa con las girls? ¿Te acercas? Sorry. Hey, you want to dance or something? We're out in a girls' night. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't know you brought your spokesperson, you know? That's a toxic friend right there, dude.
Yeah.
Identify those guys because we have to get this toxicity away, man.
Oh,
that was me right here.
The cock blocker, as they call them.
Right.
Okay.
Yo.
We're all here together.
Right, because they always, and this is the thing, if that's how you know two is toxic, porque they will be like, oh no, dude, she's in a relationship, or oh, they just look at each other like, okay, pero when they're like, oh, okay, what makes you think?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Mini heart attack.
And the girl's just like...
Yeah, even the girl looking at you like saying, oh, sorry about this one. And it's, it's because my friend, you know how she is. Toxic!
Yeah.
When you have to excuse your friend by saying, you know how she is, that's a toxic friend, dude.
Baby.
Dude,
Tóxica.
Qué loco. Porque I get it how you can be a toxic or how you can fall into a toxic relationship. But how do you become that toxic friend, dude? Have you ever done that you can think of something toxic like that as a friend?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I can't. I'm trying to think, but I don't think so.
I caught myself one time So I used to work at Discover Credit Card, and I had a friend there. The girl was my friend, right? And then I met this dude, super cool dude. We started hanging out outside of work, and he was always like pulling girls into dolls. So I'm like, hell yeah, this dude is freaking fun. And one day he told me like, dude, I like that girl. You friends with her, huh? Yeah. Hey, talk to her about me and shit. Yeah, hell yeah, dog. Got you. I'll let her know. That way, the next time we all go out, so we go out, and then he's like, hey, what'd she say? Dude, she said you're cool and all. Ah, damn, what does that mean? I'm like, no, but I mean, I didn't, because I'm not gonna be like, hey, so what you think about my friend? Because that's toxic, dude. I did tell him like, dude, why don't you go over there and just talk to her, bro? But for a minute, after we all hung out, for a minute, I remember telling her like, so what you think about my guys? Because I was trying to hide it. But as I was saying it, I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna start asking like, that's toxic, dude. That's toxic. Because even before she had asked me, hey, your friend's cute, but he looks like a player. And I this close to saying, my guy can pull ladies y todo. And not too bad talking, pero I was kind of like, wait, because I remember, no, he likes her, dude.
Yeah.
I was able to like.
Yeah, I think that's probably the closest one I've been to también on if there's a girl you have a crush on.
Yeah.
And then she starts talking about another guy and you're like,
I'm right here, girl.
And you're like, hey, I don't care. Why are you even talking about this? And it's like, and they're just like trying to talk about, maybe somebody who they found attractive or they think they're cool, whatever. And you're like, I mean, it's whatever. They're cool, but are they really? Yeah, I don't know.
That guy looks like he doesn't even, have you seen his car?
Yeah, those are
his 2025
I never
Toyota?
said all that, but that's crazy.
No, but yeah. So we have that. No, now let's get into the gritty needy, papas. Let's get it in. Toxic relationship.
No, that's the deepest one.
Toxic relationships.
You're diving into the deep pool of
I might as well.
darkness.
Because I feel like I could barely breathe. Right, my lungs this morning are like, nah, dude. Two times at the bar? Nah, my lungs are like, I told you once a month.
I was ready for half a night.
Half a night, yeah. Stay up till midnight, guy.
And give me the oxygen tank right after. Porque
bailando el vato. Bueno, one of these days I'll get me a robotic one. A robotic lung.
Edit it to where it says a robotic one.
But because somebody said those already exist, guys.
Yeah. Also, you're just saving up. That's crazy. Toxic.
That's toxic.
You would be toxico with a robot
girl, bro.
Toxico. Why are you powered up right now? Why are you on?
Why are you connected? Why are you charging up for what?
Why are you on the Wi-Fi?
Oh.
Are you in a relationship with the internet?
Imagine.
That's crazy.
Pero bueno, I mean, it might.
Pero getting into relationships?
Dude, relationships.
Toxic.
How?
Toxic.
Like, for example, if I'm about to enter a relationship. I'm trying to ask. Yeah. And I'm trying to be like, hey, dude, I don't know, I got a couple of red flags from my girl. What do you think it's some red flags you want to look for? Not so much on that person, but that your relationship is becoming toxic.
Yeah.
What do you think are some red flags there?
For sure. One that I felt a lot and that I hate and it makes me uncomfortable, and I know that immediately I should call it quits, but I don't, is it's kind of like the one I was mentioning where they're hovering over you, where you're scared even though you're not doing anything.
Oh, yeah, I've felt that before.
And you're constantly
you're
nervous, scared. Like if you were at school or you're around your mom and you're like, me van a cachar doing something wrong, even though you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you know you're not doing nothing wrong.
But you're still scared. And you're like, why am I scared?
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any reason why I'm scared when it's my girlfriend or whatever.
Now, does that mean that we feel that way because our other partner, porque like we keep saying it could be girls and it could be guys. Because I know some guys, like I said earlier, yeah, but why does she have to go with her friends? Yeah, but why is it always brunch? Yeah, but dude, relax. Yeah. Is it because they're hovering over so much? Okay, we're starting to feel the tension, and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, because it's like, and it's hovering, but it's also comments. It's also talking to you. No, it's because
why you want to take your phone to the restroom?
Sí. Porque, no, it's because if it was your ex, you probably, es que te gustan así, whatever. Make comments where you're like, And now I'm on my tippy toes. I'm watching what I'm saying because if you say something a little bit wrong, oh,
see what I tell you.
I see.
Damn, no, that's true. That's true porque I feel that in my previous relationship, I was walking on eggshells. And then when we broke up, Todo, she was telling me this. I was walking on eggshells, and I'm like, wait, no, I was walking on eggshells. You know what I mean? Because we were both, maybe like you just said, we were both hovering on each other and starting to feel like, oh shit, when there was no need.
No need.
And maybe if we had just both stopped and said, hey, dude, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. This is not cool. Wait, what? No, okay, my bad, dude, because I'm not doing that. Yep. Oh, wait, you're not? No. You can do whatever you want, dude. And if I'm coming off wrong, let me know in the spot.
Yeah.
So I can correct it.
Exactly.
No? Damn.
Yeah.
That's a big one, actually.
That's a huge one that I've had multiple times.
Damn. Different relationships.
Yeah, different relationships where... Porque, like me, you know, and I've said this many times, and if you guys haven't watched this pod, go watch from episode 1, you know. Yeah. I'm a loser, dude. At least that's how I see myself, you know.
Right.
In my movie, in my show, I see myself as a loser.
Yeah, because you're in your show where you're the main character.
Where I'm the main character, valiendo gorro.
The show is about.
You know what I mean?
The show is about how many times do you
look like Pete Davidson, pero más chaparro. O sea, that's crazy, guys. Hey, you know why Pete Davidson is attractive to girls? Because he's tall as hell.
No me digas que hasn't. O sea, yeah, because have you seen that guy?
Have you seen that guy? He's an undead, dude. O sea, entonces, so I don't consider myself any type of good looking, any type of Casanova, as they would call it back in the day. Entonces, I don't think that girls are looking at me, talking about me, saying anything about me.
Right.
So, when I talk to a girl or anything, I'm not thinking that they're, oh, no, pues que mira.
Sí, pues you're not like...
I'm not thinking that they're like guys where guys are disgusting, right?
Right.
When they're talking to a girl, they're like, how can I get in this girl's pants the whole time?
I'm trying to throw in those keywords.
I'm thinking they're just trying to have a conversation, normal conversation. Entonces, when you, oh, hey, baby, what's up? Nah, pues es que.
Todo el día ahí platicando con...
I saw you go with her, ahí having the conversation.
Pues si te gusta, porque
but, hey, dude, that's my cousin, dude. Nah, pero pues...
Y sí, es que así se ponen, bro.
Así, bro.
Y guys, I get it how some of these people... Porque es la toxicity. Is that toxic que no alcanzas? Que sí, you know you're saying it to harm them. Porque that's the goal. Or what else? What else? Porque you could be like, hey, I'm having this crazy-ass thoughts. Mendigo tóxico de mierda. You know, you could tell them.
Which is the biggest element of toxicity, or one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Jealousy, dude.
Jealousy is...
Porque it'll bring out the narcissist side, where you start saying little, como dices,
the
little
victim
comments.
side.
Victim.
I'm victimizing myself.
Victim, bro. That's huge.
Yeah.
And trying to victimize yourself, and then that's when it starts to get a little physical. What do I mean by physical? I mean your husband. What? Brr, brr. Yeah, hey, what's up, babe? You know. So yeah, así como a restaurant in the background. ¿Dónde estás? First of all, you never talk to me in Spanish. We've been dating for like 4 years. I've never heard you
I didn't
speak
even know
Spanish.
you were bilingual.
Para empezar, I thought I was dating a white girl.
Well.
Nada. And, ¿dónde estás? Oh, hey, babe, I'm doing good. How are you? Like, come on, dude. Come, relax. What do you mean, ¿dónde estás? I told you it was our, porque a lot of these corporations or jobs, they do dinners. They do dinners out for their employees. Like I remember working at this construction place, and at the end of every quarter, I think they called it, they would do a carne asada in their yard, in their actual shop. Or it might have been every 4 months, or that's a quarter, man. Every something like that. And I went to 2 before I got fired. But we had a friend que así la novia así. Yeah, so you expect me to believe que they're doing a carne asada for all the employees con grupo on the background. Así como que...
Es que un grupo.
Y luego el vato like this.
Grupo and the girls from Hooters, ahí están. It's a company party, all right? I don't know why it's at Jaguars, the strip club, but it's with the company.
Hey, my boss dijo que yes, everything that is here might not be HR appropriate, but it's the one time that it's allowed. If my boss allowed it, why are you mad? You know?
Damn.
O sea, HR. There's already an HR at work. You don't need to be it, guy. Pero donde yo me quedo like this, like, girl, ¿por qué no pueden hacer así? Hey, what's up, babe? Hey, what's up, my love? I'm just wondering, was your carne asada today? Oh, yeah, babe, I'm right here right now. Hey, you can pull through. Porque I've heard my friends, dude, people actually brought their families. You can come. Okay, get ready fast and come. No, o sea, you knew this. If you didn't want me to come, then why'd you call me then? Porque luego, ¿qué pasa, your guy?
Dude, I wonder if part of toxicity in the city is kind of whatever was mentioning earlier, like the hit of losing and going down.
Yeah.
If part of toxicity is also getting that hit of, como dijo Larry, making that drama in the relationship.
Yeah, porque at that point, you have some kind of control over someone. And that could be addicting. Porque como dices, sometimes we're scared of saying things or in a way that's controlling us, that toxic environment, and we don't realize it, and the other person is just feeding off of it. Just feeding.
And dude, while we're in this, because, jealousy, relationships, I'm going to talk about me being toxic.
Oh, damn. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first.
Déjame, me inyecto the virus
syrup,
de toxicity.
The oozy syrup of toxicity.
Yeah, dude, I was toxic in the beginnings of being in relationships.
Right.
I was toxic porque I was in a relationship a long time ago donde I think where all toxicity, or at least for me, started, got cheated on.
Okay. So getting cheated on can spark on your next relationship
a level of toxicity.
Ooh, hey, guys.
I got cheated on, and so what happens when something like that happens to you? It's kind of like that PTSD where when you see the signs, the flags of what you saw on your last relationship, you're like, wait, but when that happened, they were cheating on me. So now that means that this person's going to also cheat on me.
Damn.
Entonces, that was my way of thinking back in those days. I was very young, and when you're very young, you're very dumb.
Yeah.
You haven't experienced anything.
You need to talk to some grown-ups.
You need to talk and get some knowledge in you, some wisdom. Y entonces, pues, no sabía nada. I was, like, in love and stuff back in those days. Entonces, I remember anything with this girlfriend that I was texting somebody. Yeah. I'm like, I'm right next to you, so I know you ain't texting me.
Right.
So who you text?
Right.
Whole fight about that, right?
Her mom like, mija, se me olvidó, tómame la pastilla. Ay, mami,
Y mami, perdón, pero te amo. And I'm like, nah, dude.
Of course
it's a guy, and you calling him mami. Nah. And then also it was like, por ejemplo, the whole, llegabas, ¿no? Con los friends o un grupo, whatever.
Right.
Y saludando, ¿no? Hey, ¿cómo estás? Why are you hugging?
Right.
Like that level of toxicity, bro. Yeah. Llegué a unos niveles de toxicity así feos, bro.
Those are intense, yeah.
De que, why are you talking to this guy? Why are you... With the reasoning that it's because I got cheated on, so I felt like...
There was an excuse to be like that.
Yeah, there's an excuse, and if I'm not acting like this, then I'm just going to get cheated on again. Thinking that this is the solution to not getting cheated.
Right.
Thinking if I'm toxic, then it's going to stop me from getting cheated on and get hurt.
Which just pushes that person.
Which is the worst thing you could do.
Yeah.
I was like that for, I would say, a good amount of those young relationships. Damn. When I was very, very young.
That's crazy.
Until I finally understood que it's not about that. And there's nothing, and like we've said many times on this channel, there's nothing you can do about somebody cheating on you.
There's nothing.
If they want to cheat on you, it's gonna happen. People,
it's a decision that they easily could have been avoided. Easily could have been, but it was decided.
Yeah, because como dices tú, you push them away, right? Because I was doing that, and that pushes them away to. Oh, it's como me dijeron una vez. If you're gonna say that I'm a cheater, right? Because you're telling me, you're accusing me, you're fighting with me.
I'm paying the consequences.
I'm paying the price of a cheater when I'm not doing anything. Yeah. Might as well cheat.
I might as well.
Because I'm already paying the price.
Might as well.
Why not?
Yeah.
Entonces, I agree with what you said. Yeah, you push the person, and then you go, ya ves, te dije. I knew it. But it's like, no, you did that. Yeah. You pushed them to do that type of action. And Because if it's toxic like that, hey, guess what? Get out of that relationship.
Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there.
Don't be in it. If you're not gonna trust the person you're with, get out of it.
Yeah, because I've been in a relationship where yes, I made a mistake, right? Not fully cheated. It's still cheating, but not fully cheated as in I had sex or made out with someone. Are you sure about that? But we messaged, back and forth, and me realizing a mistake that I'm about to make, I come out with the truth. And after that, it's everything. It's like you said, everything that I would do after that, it's, well, why? But who? But see, and this is what I'm talking about. That's why I can't trust you. And now it becomes harmful in my mind as well. And it's also making the other person uncomfortable and bringing them harm because now they're becoming a toxic person and they're hurting themselves and hurting you. Entonces that's when you have to know, you know what, let me call it. I'm going to walk away. At least both of us unharmed physically. Right. Maybe emotionally destroyed into smithereens. Pero nothing that time can cure. But I only had one outburst, one thing, corrected it, and I thought to myself, if this girl cheats on me ever, ni modo. It is what it is. That means we're breaking up, though. There's no need for all this. I didn't like it. I didn't like how she took it. I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like it. You think you're big and tough. No, I don't, dude. I was just very hurt thinking that you were cheating on me. That's all it was. And I realized, instead of becoming this toxic person of, I wonder who you're texting, it's more like, hey, babe, ¿sabes qué? Unfortunately, my insecurities y todo is making me feel some type of way. ¿Cómo la ves? No, mijo, pues no, nada que ver. And sometimes you don't even have to go through their phone. Don't do that. Don't do, because that's toxic. Oh yeah, but we talked about it. So we go to each other's phones. No. That's being a happy toxic, okay? That's not healthy at all.
I think te va a pegar, pero lo va a tener que tirar. Ni modo. I didn't want to, but I keep it real on this pod.
The hammer of...
I think going through personal things.
Right.
Because I have a lot of personal things that I keep for myself.
Yeah.
At the end of this, I like to write my thoughts down. Yeah. Because I'm the type of person that when I keep my thoughts in my head, it hurts my head. Yeah. I don't like 100%. To keep things in my head. I have to write them down, and I feel like that way I empty out my head.
Yeah.
So I write a lot of things down, but a lot of things are personal. A lot of things are things that nobody needs to know. Nope. That it's just for me. Mm-hmm. And I've had the situation where that girl goes through my personal things. And they don't tell me directly that, oh, hey, by the way, I went through all your personal stuff and this and that. Because they know that I'm going to go, well, why are you even going through my personal stuff? Yeah. But I think that is such a violation of the person because it's like with our public where we can't share everything of our lives because some of that stuff is for us and us alone. And even with my girlfriend and other girlfriends and my kids and my parents and you and everyone. Some stuff is just me. Literally just for me. It was meant Nobody for else. Me. Nobody else needs to see any of this. This is just for me. Y si me ha pasado donde they go through your personal things and then they're like, why do you have, And it's like, dude, that's not for you to...
And it sucks because, for example, in my case, when they go through your things and it starts, and then now, for example, you right there, no, that's a way for you to release steam. And I used to be the same way. I used to write. I used to have specific physical items that helped me cope. And, one day in my personal thing, I came and I have a precious item that is worth more than... I don't know what to tell you guys, pero I have that my nana gifted me. And see, when I was a young kid, I had a very extended imagination. And one time, I thought to myself, what's the purpose of living? Why do I exist? Very young, probably 6, 7 years old, very, very young. And I remember that I couldn't sleep. And I would have a lot of trouble sleeping. And I went to the doctor. My parents took me to the doctor for it y todo. And I remember it being like traumatic. Like, I'm just a kid, dude. Like, what's happening to me? And instead of me thinking, oh, I'm just waking up, like I'm waking up, I was more like, why am I going through this stuff? my nana, in her infinite wisdom, porque pues, the elder are wiser than us, told me she had this little pillow, a small little pillow, and it has native, like a native cover on it.
Print.
I want to say, yeah, like a native print. There you go. And she said, you know how natives have dream catchers, right? And I was like, yeah, okay. This pillow is a dream catcher. This pillow and its patterns, when you sleep on it, it'll protect your dreams, and not only will it allow you to sleep better, but it's gonna catch everything that is bad and store it in here. So that's why you put your head on it. No, gave me this whole spiel. Took the pillow. I'm 38 years old right now. I still have the pillow. It still protects my dreams up to right now. I know that that's not physically possible, but for some reason in my mind, it works. Okay, was that precious thing, super precious. Somebody told me, are you going to give it to your kids or when you die? No, I'm going to be buried. That's where my head will rest for eternity. This human skull will rest on that pillow. Has so much sentimental value. Extreme, like, Anyways, long story short, I come home one day. This pillow is destroyed. Destroyed, bro. Holy crap, What the? Okay. So she read on my diaries, because you're not supposed to read. It's my diary. Yeah. It's my book. And I used to do that because when I was younger, I used to go to therapy. And my therapist told me, start writing down everything. Even if it can be bad, just write it down and you'll see how you feel better. Done. So I used to write all my stuff down. And I wrote down how that pillow made me feel one day, right? I don't know why. It was just one day I was just having one of those days, and I just wrote it down. I wrote down everything about that I can think about that pillow. The problem was that pillow's been with me my whole life. So I've been married. I've been in relationships. Obviously, that pillow has been there. It's true. It was in the bed where maybe I've been with, because that's what they told me. Well, I read your diary. And because in my diary, I wrote how I was really upset about one of my exes laying her head on my little pillow. When I said, don't even touch it. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it if it's possible. I would always put it away when one of my girlfriends would come over or something. I would put it away. I don't want no one touching it. It's mine. And one time I came in and she was laying on it and I got really upset about it so much that we broke up. And I was feeling some type, so I wrote about my pillow, and I even wrote that example of a story that I said, dude, it means so much. Okay, so she read it, and so she destroyed it because, according to her, my pillow smelled like my ex-girlfriend. Okay, what the fuck, that's dude? Insane. So she destroyed it. So I was like, so when you read my diary, first of all, which already, that's an invasion. Yep. You should never do that. Because I was like, if you read a couple pages behind, you would have broken up with me for other shit that I wrote. 100. Not for that. But when you read that specific 2 pages, you didn't read the part where I said, I need this pillow. Like, this pillow is the only reason I am okay.
Oh, and they read.
Yeah, I did.
They read. And that's what I was gonna say. That's toxicity, where it was. You said it. Mm-hmm. Break up with me. Mm-hmm. You see everything, you feel some type of way. Okay, then go. Hey, you know what, Jay? I read this stuff. You still have this. I don't want anything to do with that, so I'm out.
I see.
Okay, cool.
Done.
But why do you have to destroy it? Because you're toxic. You see, that's what a toxic person does. Because very easily you could have just said, I've had that where, and they do comments like, because and you're like, the only way you would know that is if you went through my things.
Damn.
But it's like, but you're toxic because instead of, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I read this stuff. And what I found out, I don't want anything to do with it because if you ever felt like that for somebody else, I can't live with that. Yep. Okay, then it's done. It's settled. But if you're telling me that now you're going to try to use my own personal thoughts and feelings against me.
To try to hurt me somehow.
Because I wrote it down. Dude, you're toxic, dude. You're toxic. What are you going to tell me? What else could it be? You're toxic.
Oh, yeah. It's toxic porque, like I said, toxicity is consciously knowing and acting towards hurting someone else with your comments, with your emotions, with your reclamos. Come on, guys.
Yeah, because when I was When I was toxic, de que jealousy, todo eso, that was my thing. It was like,
Dude,
I need you to feel bad because you made me feel bad. Yeah, even though, as far as I knew, it wasn't on purpose. Yeah. As far as I knew. Let's be honest. Some girls, les gusta coquetear. Les gusta tirar el, hey, how you doing?
And I got this what I'm going to say, I got it from a girl. She told me one time, it's because I just need to know that I'm still wanted. That's crazy. Which is insane because I was like this, hey, I want you.
If you're not in a relationship, I get it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Be a player.
Yeah.
But if you're in a relationship, especially when a guy wants you, right there for you, telling you I love you, telling you I need you.
You have some of these guys, they can't get their hands off of you.
And you're going to tell me I still need to know some other guy also wants me?
When I heard it, I was like, wait, you realize what you're telling me. I know it's gonna sound. I'm not out there like.
Well,
that.
guys too. There's guys.
No, there's guys. They're like, dude, I still got it. I was winking at this girl, and she
always have to be talking, have to be saying what's up to see if.
Although girls also don't misinterpret, porque when I social drink, como dices tú, I do become a little social. I do talk, and I like to make. This is my thing, though. Pero it can't be misinterpreted. I like to make people laugh. Right. So. I think there's a difference between me making you laugh and we're laughing and having a blast. You should be able to notice when I'm like, so you like me or what? From me just making you laugh and be like, all right, well, y'all have a good night. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go home because I had a little too many. Wait. So what, you want to go home with me or? Oh, shit. Hold on, dude. What part of my whole set that I just did for an hour gave out that vibe, So... I guess we all gotta learn to identify that too. But dudes, don't do that. Don't say I still want to see if I got it. Come on, dude, you're in a relationship. Yeah, that's toxic.
What's the purpose behind that? And I just think it's mainly to hurt the other person, whether you want to believe it or not. I feel like, I just want to see if I got it. Do you, or do you wanna? Because I'll be honest with you, and I think this is both guys and girls.
Yeah,
I don't have this, but I know that there's guys that a fact have this.
Yeah,
where. Let me see if a girl me coquetea so that my girl can see. Yeah. And now she's jealous. And she's going to be like, damn. Like,
this is what you got. You're trying to miss out on this.
I'm the complete opposite because I've had girlfriends that are like, pues es que you can tell that girl te anda coqueteando. And you're like, who, what, where, when? I'm doing nothing.
No, and it's hilarious because you're like, you really think that all the girls here, because I'm that good looking. Pero, dude, and... before we finish here, I've had a friend who kept saying, I'm losing my train of thought, that says things like, ¿cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? That says things like, como little indirectas, de que dice, damn, como dijimos ahorita que you have it right here y se te va.
Yeah.
Se me va.
Se me fue.
Wait. Yo. Damn it, dude. That was going to be such a good one, too.
Yeah, man, but you ruined it. Dude, I've been in that relationship, toxic one, where you go to a place.
Yeah.
And they show up after you broke up.
No.
After you've broken up, dude. And they go, why are you here? Así, and you're like, and I ran.
No, pues sí.
I went like this. Didn't say nothing. Didn't go, why are you? Yeah. Nothing, just left.
No, super scary. There's no reason.
A level of toxicity in the scene. You know what my question is? When does toxicity become an obsession of, we both know that this relationship is over and yet you don't want to leave because you just want to keep me suffering for some reason.
Right. Yeah, because toxicity, that's what it is, we have established, is to bring pain, to bring uncomfortableness, to bring pain, to make the other person feel uncomfortable, to make the other person pay for something, because I don't know what, because it's as easy as just leave. It's that easy, pero bueno, we want to make... When does it become, like you say, it's done? Yeah. You two are fighting, arguing. You go to your room like, God damn it, man. Why can't I just leave this girl? This is insane. Your friends are telling you, dude, this has gone way too far. Dude, the next step literally is about to get physical.
Dude, I don't know to say, like, this could be a question that if you want to
use it
as a detector for toxicity. Ooh. But I asked this question one time to somebody that I was seeing, and this answered, damn, this person is toxic, right, and they're not really looking out for me. Because I feel like a part of being with somebody should be that they should have your back. They should be looking out for you. They should want what's best for you, whether it's going to benefit them or not, whether it's what they want. And I remember I was like, hey, so, because the relationship was garbage. Everything was wrong. Like, there was nothing. Like, just, hell on earth.
Yeah, straight garbage.
I remember I said, so, if you had a choice, lady, where it's either we're separate, but I get to be happy, or we're together, but you know that I'm going to be miserable, what would you pick? And they literally, to my face, said, I would rather be together, even if you're miserable.
Dang.
And that's when I knew immediately. That moment, I was like, this person's not. This person's not for me.
Yeah, because I did something similar one time. I was talking to my girlfriend, and I also knew we were weeks from that was gonna be it. And I told her, we have a friend where the girl is her friend and the guy was my friend. And it just so happens that they were dating. We met each other. We're like, no way. What the hell? Crazy. Pero my friend had kept telling me que no, pues things have been going wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, it's crazy because I told my friend, dude, let her go. Let her be happy, dude. If you guys talk and she said, I'm no longer happy, eliminate yourself from the equation. Take yourself out. Let her be happy, bro. You'll feel way better. It's because I can't see myself without her. And I remember I was telling her the story, my girlfriend at the time. And I said, that's selfish, huh? No, it's because imagine you love somebody very, very much. And I remember thinking to myself, whoa, what are you about to say? Imagine you love them so much, but that person is not loving you back. No, you do. You want to lose them. You want to be with them, even if it means.
That's not love, guys.
Oh, I told her, I was like, wait, that's not love. Because when you love someone, you want them, regardless of what you
want the best for them. You just want them to be happy. I just want you to be happy, whether it's with me or not.
I just want you to be happy, to be good, dude. Be good. Hey, guys, that's a great thing to use to identify.
He says great things and tips. Let us know, guys, what are some keys that we missed that you guys think this is toxic. If there are any stories, the email bring it out. Any stories of toxicity? I know. Come on, guys. We've all been I've been toxic. I don't know. Maybe I'm still toxic at a certain level. I don't think maybe the way I was back in the days, but maybe I do stuff that I'm still toxic that maybe I don't realize in myself. I'll ask my girlfriend. I'll let you guys know in the next episode. But let us know. You guys, come on. I know you've been toxic. I know you've been toxic against, or whatever you want to call it. So comment, tell us a story, send it to our email. Let us know of anything like that similar. La tóxica,
and guys,
el tóxico.
It's okay, all right? Like I've said before, the only mistake we make is not correcting our mistakes, okay? Mistakes can be made, they can be corrected, and you will feel a lot better because now you have learned. So maybe from today's episode, take this from me. Think about it. Think about how your relationship is going, and not in a negative way. No digas, let me see why I need to break up with my toxic boyfriend. No. Think about it like, oh man, I didn't realize, but you know what? I do that. I tend to go through my husband's things and then se las echo en la cara al rato. Hey, don't do that. If you go through your husband's things and you tiene un full relationship, no, pues ya valió, no?
But really quick, now that you mention it, what about when they go through your things?
Right.
There's nothing, and they still go toxic.
That's crazy, guys. Mira, if you go through your husband or your girlfriend's things, you know you are, and you find nothing, apologize, dude. It'll make you feel better. It'll heal a little part of you that is not there. I've done it. I've apologized before.
Yeah, I think a very important thing that a lot of us don't do, I do this now, but I didn't used to do this for a long time. We all have that situation where you immediately feel it, right?
Yeah.
Por ejemplo, jealousy, it's a big one. Anger, right?
Se activa así.
Se enciende, no? Fire comes on. And you go, oh, this piece of,
Yeah.
And you need, the thing that's helped me a lot, which I hope it'll help some of you out there, I don't know, maybe, is slow down. before you react. Don't let it be, the atomic bomb where the reaction chain happens. No. Hold it. Find out, why am I feeling this way? Is it because they are doing something, or is it because I'm insecure in myself and I'm bringing this and I'm making a story, or I'm making a scenario because I'm feeling because I felt that, and even now in my relationship now, I've done that where I'm thinking, what's going on here, and I'm doing the whole scenario in my head, but I stop, I think about it. Is it me or is it them? Are they actually doing something, or am I just feeling this way? And then after, you have to give yourself some time, think about it. Wait till your rage or your jealousy or whatever it is that your insecurities, wait till they calm down to a stable level, and then think about it again. And then you go, okay, maybe I wasn't the wrong. Or maybe you'll see like, no, you know what? That's still super sus. Why would they be doing that? And then, but bring it up to your person as a, hey, you know what? You did this. How come? And they'll tell you, sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's because you know what happened? Yeah. This and that. And you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. And I saw it differently, so my bad. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh, my bad, I didn't know I was doing that. Yeah. I guess I was acting that way, or maybe I was being a little too flirtatious and I didn't realize that I was doing that. Como dice Jay, he gets a little more social when he's drunk. Yeah. And sometimes we take the difference of not being social and being more social as, oh, now you're trying to, now you're doing something. Oh, how come you weren't like that before?
Nah, dude, I loosened up.
Now I'm just more loosened up, and it makes sense. But it's okay to be like, hey, babe, you know what? When you get social like that, sometimes you get a little too touchy. Yeah. Sometimes you get a little too close. Yeah. I don't like that.
I need you to be more careful with your persona.
It's okay to say, I don't like that, because this is the thing that I've implemented in my life. Is if I don't like something, I'm gonna say it. Yeah. And if they say, nah, well, I don't think that's a problem. You're overreacting, whatever. Yeah. Okay, maybe I am, but you know what? I still don't like it. So I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, that means I need to
be with somebody who doesn't do any of that, because I can't handle that. So I need to be with somebody else. It's okay to act that way. Don't think that, I am don't let the other person gaslight you to be like, no, it's because you're overdoing it or whatever. Now you're like, damn, I guess maybe I am maybe too jealous, or maybe I am that type of person. It's okay to be like, nah, you know what? I don't want to feel like a fool in front of other people just because you're a little too social. Nah, dude, I don't want to feel that way.
And it's great that you said that, because if you already, when the toxicity starts hitting and you're able to express all this toxicity, which is going to harm someone, wouldn't you rather convert that, like Sam said, and breathe, relax, maybe act it out at the moment, act normal, and on your drive home or tomorrow when everyone's sober, maybe you can be like, hey, ¿sabes qué, babe? Yesterday I had a little thing on my head, which is probably toxic and crazy. Yeah. But I want to bring it up.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, so that we can get ourselves.
Let's talk about it.
Because I know that maybe I'm doing that, and I'm not even realizing it. But I think that you're doing that. 100. And babe, this is what I saw. Mira,
communication.
Oh, babe, like it wasn't like that. Pero I get how you got confused there. Because we were having a great time. I was laughing, and that's true. I was a little too close, but that's what I do when I get drunk. But you know what I'm gonna do? So that, because I don't want you to, guys. The other end now, right? The other end. Don't be like, what the fuck? Are you thinking that? Nah. Guys, let's be the other end too and be like, oh, shit, you're... Okay.
Yeah, because one of my biggest things, I don't know if you would call it a pet peeve, a red flag, whatever you want to call it, is when the other person drinks too much. When they get... And I'm not saying drunk. I'm saying...
Plastered.
Wasted. Hammy. Falling. Vomiting.
I hate that.
I'm the type of... I don't like that from another person.
I'm not babysitting you.
And I'm not saying you can do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying me and being in a relationship with you, I don't want to be in a relationship if you're that type of person. Nah. And so I brought it up many times in past relationships where I'm like, hey, you know what? Is that the way you are? Like, do you like to get plastered and destroyed?
Were you having fun and you got too drunk, or is this what you do?
Did this happen just out of nowhere one time? Right. I've been there. You take too many shots. Yeah, it hits you all at once.
You were excited with your cousins, with your friends. You were in a house where it's safe, and you went out of hand.
Right. And then usually they go, no, it was once. Sorry, I messed up. Okay. Then the second time happened. Then the third time happened. And then that's where you go, no, that's how you like to party or whatever. That's how you like to drink.
And it's fine if that's...
And it's fine, because you have all the right to be that way. I just don't want to be with somebody like that, so I'm going to move on. ¿Me entiendes? That's the way. And that's why my level of toxicity that I used to be, at least I think I used to be,
Right.
changed because my train of thought in those types of things changed. Now I don't go, hey, why are you talking? Why are you texting?
Right.
Now I go, two things. They're going to cheat on you whether you want to or not.
Regardless.
So your level of trust, you choose how far you want to let things be, right? Because I'm not saying, no, let them talk, let them go out with a guy, make out, come back, and you should be okay with it. No. But I'm saying if you, for example, they say, I'm going to hang out with some friends, and you're not okay with it, don't be with that person.
Correct.
Don't be like, oh, no, pues, no, you can't be hanging. No, just don't be with them. Be with somebody who doesn't hang out with friends like that, just wants to hang out with you, and that's it. And because of that way of thinking of now, it's more like I don't want to change the person because they should be able to be who they are.
Yeah, dude.
And then when you find out, hey, you know what? The person you are, I'm not 100% there. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on. Then you're able to, those toxicity levels,
to regulate them to where they're gone. Because you might think, no, dude, because I changed too.
Right.
Okay, and we all change because it's called matureness, right?
Yeah.
We start maturing and we start changing our train of thoughts where, I'll go out and have some beers and act a fool with my guy friends. But when I go with my girl, I try to stay calm and relax. And, hey, my girl too. My girl gets a little tipsy, dancing with other girls and having fun. All that is valid. But there's some of us out there que haven't matured yet. And maybe you're over here trying to change them, trying to, hey, no, I changed. You thought, nah, you matured. And como dice Sam, maybe you need to find another person in your maturity level. Yeah. And it's fine, dude. Remember this. Take this from us, Relentless Traumas. We've been through some stuff, dudes. And we've acted a fool. We've acted right. And we are learning still. We've learned. But from our experiences and what we try to do a lot is talk to the elder people, talk to your elders, to get wiser, is it's always best to first calm down.
Yeah.
First, talk yourself down. You don't say, oh, look at this B word, nana. Porque why would you, if you are mad because you love this girl, because you love this man, why would your first reaction be, really, mother? Why is that your first reaction? Shouldn't your first reaction be like, oh my goodness, okay, hold on. Maybe it's just me because I love this person so much that anyone gets closest and now I'm starting to become toxic.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's really start showing some love out here in the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, but what a toxic episode.
What a toxic episode. I feel intoxicated.
Mira, I'm going to tell you this, guys.
I'm going to go home scream at my girlfriend.
I'm going to tell you this. If you guys are not sharing, liking, and subscribing, well, what are you doing? Why are you the way you are?
We stalk you guys. We're driving around looking for you.
Dude,
make sure you're liking, subscribing our videos.
Come on, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. We keep saying it.
We need you.
We keep saying that a lot of cool things coming, but a lot of cool things are coming. And remember, things take time. I hope you guys like our
We want to do it right. So we want to do it right.
We want to do it right. Yeah, we want to make sure.
But we want to make sure everything comes out correctly.
You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it for apoyándonos. Not against the wall, pero apoyándonos in our in our pod. I'm gonna try to work a little harder. We're all gonna work harder and be more active, and hopefully you guys show your support. And I want to say it again. Thank you so much for helping us get to 100 subs, which you guys
unimaginable,
I could have
impossible.
never believed it. So now let's work hard and let's get to that 200 subs. And share again. You know what? You don't have to even pay on our Patreon, which we'll have eventually. But you know how you can help us? By sharing.
Let us know if you're a toxic traumatizer, también.
Hey,
Are you toxic about traumas?
We have some traumatizers out here.
Relentless Traumas. I forgot about our name. Let us know if you're toxic about Relentless Traumas. Do you guys always, you be looking at our channel? You looking at what we're doing?
Hey, some of you are like, hey, hurry up with the next video. And I'm like, hey, espérame, pa. O sea, you're being toxic right now.
Let's get jealous.
Hey, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
Who else is watching this? Why are you guys letting everybody watch this? Hey, calmate.
Hey, how come when I message you, you don't answer me fast? Dude.
Oh.
Dude, this is a show.
Yo.
It's a show. I can't.
Pero we like it.
Pero keep being toxic with us. Hey, look for me in your local bar. Look for Relentless Trauma social media. Share, like, subscribe. Tell everyone about it. Tell your boss, dude. They might even give you a raise. Hey, it's true. It's happened. So tell your boss, tell everyone.
Tell your toxic relationships.
Yeah, don't forget to send us your message.
Send a message to your ex, Hey, subscribe and like
Yeah, tell your ex, ¿sabes qué, mija? You were super toxic, pero, hey, subscribe to this channel.
Let's traumas. Hey, and make her watch this video. So
This
she's
one
like,
specifically.
Hey, him and her. Let them watch this video. So
Hey,
they know.
this goes not. Hey, see, porque a lot of you take this stuff out of context. Oh, well, if you guys had a girl point of view, dude.
Misogynistics.
Los dos.
Misogynistics. ¿Cómo se dice?
Misogynistic.
Misogynistics.
Oh,
there it
for the
is.
first time I said something
For
right.
the first time in forever.
Yeah, just give us your ideas. Tell us. Skits coming to you soon. Okay. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of crazy stuff. Anyways, love you guys. See you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. See ya.
Love you.